Yo, what's up, world? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in. Shocking NFL news has come out is that J.J. Watt and the Houston Texans have mutually agreed to part ways as J.J. Watt asked for his release and the team requested his release. So that asks the question, where should J.J. Watt go next? But before I get into that, make sure you guys are staying safe. Leave a like on this video to help beat the YouTube algorithm. And if you are a first-time viewer of this channel and you love football, this is the place to be. So go ahead right now, click that subscribe button, and also click that notification bell so you will not miss a single video that I post. But let's discuss J.J. Watt's release. Without further ado, let's dive into it.
I'm striving to get rich. That's why I almost went 2 years without buying shoes and fits. Things change now. My mom hearing me with my music and she look a little proud.
J.J. Watt and the Houston Texans have mutually agreed to part ways after J.J. Watt spent his entire 10-year career with the franchise after being selected 11th overall in the 2011 NFL Draft. Throughout the course of J.J. Watt's tenure as a Texan, he established himself as one of the best defensive players in the league, not only for the things he's able to do in the pass rush game, but the things he's able to do in the run defense as well. He impacts the game in so many ways, and he has the resume to back up his impact as being named Defensive Player of the Year 3 times. He's been a 5-time First-Team All-Pro, a 3-time Second-Team All-Pro, a 5-time Pro Bowler, a 2-time NFL sacks leader, and he's amassed over 100 career sacks with 101.5. And the most important thing out of all of this, he was named the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award in 2017 for the contributions that he's made to the Houston community after Hurricane Harvey. His impact will be greatly missed by the Texans, not only on the field, but off the field with the things he's done in his community. The Houston Texans are a franchise that is basically in a state of flux with all the drama that has been going on with Deshaun Watson and his unhappiness there. A lot of former players have come out and speak against the organization, telling players like Watt and Watson that it is time to get out of town. So J.J. Watt has been the first domino to fall on the roster, that is, from all the drama that has been going on throughout the Houston Texans this offseason. It is still remains to be seen what will happen with Watson, but for now, J.J. Watt is officially a free agent. J.J. Watt is officially on the market. It is going to be the first time that he's going to be in a different uniform in his NFL career after spending his first 10 years dominating at that spot for the Houston Texans and leading them to a couple of division titles and some playoff appearances, and he's dominated throughout the course of his career. Even though his play has slipped a little bit the past couple of seasons due to injuries, his impact is still greatly felt on that franchise with his leadership and the way that he works hard and the way that he plays on the field. A lot of his efforts and work ethic are unmatched in the NFL. And the Texans are going to miss that completely, especially with that franchise basically transitioning themselves towards a rebuild that they did not want to go into. Since he is officially a free agent, where should he go next? There are a couple of teams that already immediately click in my mind that I think J.J. Watt could end up being. The first team that is going to be is the first team that has been talked about all last season, and that would be the Pittsburgh Steelers, where he gets to be united with his brother T.J. Watt. But I think that could be a possibility, even though I think that is a long shot, especially with the salary cap situation that the Pittsburgh Steelers have and the problems that they have on the offensive side of the ball with a lot of state of flux. We're not going to know what happens to Big Ben. And Bud Dupree has been on the other side, and he's been established himself to be one of the top pass rushers in the league. Even though I think J.J. Watt will go into that Pittsburgh Steelers team and make his impact immediately, there are so many salary cap restrictions that this Pittsburgh Steelers team faces. It is hard to see that Pittsburgh makes that move, even though I think it's a possibility. I think it's a lot of things that have to play out in order for J.J. Watt to become a Pittsburgh Steeler, but I think that is a real possibility. The next team that could be a possibility, I think, could be the Seattle Seahawks. That is one team that is devoid of pass rush on the defensive side of the ball. That is one team that needs help to improve their defense which I think the Seattle Seahawks defense really became a bit of their downfall, along with the offensive line of the Seattle Seahawks. I think their defense not being able to create that consistent pass rush really hurts, and he has Bobby Wagner and Jamal Adams behind him to really provide a force on that defense. Carlos Dunlap was picked up mid-season for the Seahawks, so I think that J.J. Watt going to Seattle can be a real strong possibility, with Russell Wilson kind of displaying his unhappiness. And I think shoring up some things on that defensive side of the ball can really change that Seattle Seahawks team and make them be more competitive. Instead of just being an offense that can fling the football in the air, they also have a defense that could be comparable and complement that really pass-happy offense, and they can get that pass rush going. They score the points, and adding J.J. Watt to that pass rush can really change the dynamic of that Seattle Seahawks defense. And the next team that I think he could go to, and I could think be a real big impact right away, is a team that I was high on for the most part of 2020, and that will be the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills defense is already one of the top defenses in the league, and then you don't have to give up anything to get a guy like a J.J. Watt. You can plug him in next to Jerry Hughes, and you have a back end that has Tre'Davious White and Michael Hyde. So I really feel that Buffalo, I think, is another pass rusher away from really taking over the Chiefs. I think Buffalo is that team that he can go to, and his impact is immediately felt. With Josh Allen develop himself into one of the premier quarterbacks in the NFL, he was already in the contention last season for MVP. I think you add a J.J. Watt to that Buffalo Bills defense, you shore up more of the pass rush, which has some hits and misses in time, but you can take that attention off Jerry Hughes when you add a guy like a J.J. Watt. And I think that adds a little bit more of a dynamic to that Buffalo Bills defense and that pass rush when you had Ed Oliver in the middle, who really turning out to be a great pick for them. So I think the best team and I think the best fit for J.J. Watt, I think, will be the Buffalo Bills, because of the things that they are able to do on the defensive side of the ball. I think they are just a few pieces away from really being in that Super Bowl contention spot. So I really think those three teams, Seattle, Pittsburgh, and also the Buffalo Bills, can be real possibilities for J.J. Watt to go to next. It is still surprising to me that the Houston Texans actually made that move without getting anything in return for him, especially a guy like a J.J. Watt, a guy who can change the game defensively with his play. So it is very strange to see the Houston Texans release him without getting anything back for him. Albeit, I think J.J. Watt is just ready for a time to change. He didn't want to stay in that rebuilding situation that the Houston Texans are going into. With all that said, J.J. Watt has been released by the Houston Texans, and the Steelers, the Seattle Seahawks, and the Buffalo Bills, I think, are the top three teams that should consider going after J.J. Watt and his services. But that is all I have for you guys today. Be sure to leave a like on this video. Comment your thoughts down below on a J.J. Watt surprise and release. Or do you think there are any other teams that you think he could go to besides the Steelers, the Bills, and the Seahawks? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I would really love to see what you guys think about J.J. Watt's release and what team that he could possibly go to. And if you have gotten to the point in this video and you are not subscribed, go ahead right now, click that subscribe button, and also click the notification bell so you will not miss a single video that I post. But I am APW Sports signing out. Make sure you guys stay safe, have a great and excellent day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.